T.S. Eliot was a very important poet in the 20th century. He wrote poems that were new and different. His poems used strange and confusing images. They talked about how sad and lost people felt after World War I. The Wasteland is one of his most famous poems. It is a long poem about a world that feels empty and broken. The poem is hard to understand because it doesn't tell a simple story. Instead, it's like a dream with many different parts. There are different voices and stories mixed together. Even though it's hard, The Wasteland is still important. It shows us how people felt after the war. The Wasteland is divided into 5 sections. Each section is like a different stop on a journey through a world that has been ruined. The first section, The Burial of the Dead, introduces us to this wasteland. It's springtime, but everything feels dead and dry. In the second section, A Game of Chess, we meet different people in London. They are wealthy but unhappy. Their lives are empty. The third section, The Fire Sermon, talks about desire and how it can hurt people. The fourth section, Death by Water, is very short. It tells the story of a man who drowns. The last section, What the Thunder Said, offers a small bit of hope. It talks about the possibility of finding peace and meaning in life, even in a world that feels like a wasteland. The poem is full of sadness. It talks about death, loss, and the feeling that life has no meaning. This is connected to the war. After the war, many people felt lost and confused. The world seemed different. Eliot uses the image of a wasteland to show how these people felt. Everything is dry and empty. There is no life, but even though there is so much sadness, there is also a little bit of hope in the poem. The Wasteland is still important today because it talks about feelings that are still relevant. Even though it was written after World War I, people still feel lost and alone sometimes. The world can feel confusing. The poem reminds us that even in difficult times, there is always hope. We can search for meaning and connection. Even though the poem is hard, it is worth reading. It helps us understand the 20th century and how people felt after the war. It also helps us understand our own feelings of sadness and hope.